Hello and welcome to Tête-à-tête with Tiwa. I'm Tineke,
I'm Wally.
and our question today is, what tips can you give a young mum or dad? So, do you want to go first? What tips can you give a young dad?
Tips can you give a young dad?
Not necessarily young in age, young in experience,
Right.
or maybe both.
Well, I'd say you need to be hands-on. And when I say hands-on, I mean absolutely now. Not, you know, just saying, I was hands-on from the birth suite, from the delivery, right? There, actively, along with the nurse, the midwife, bringing out the baby, cutting the umbilical cord. Look, I was scrubbed up, Yeah, I wasn't I?
We were not scrubbed up.
Yes, I was.
What was scrubbed up?
Yes, I was. I was wearing, what's that, apron thing, and I had gloves.
But only because you went and took them, not because you needed.
Yeah, but I scrubbed up. I was scrubbed up. And, hands-on. I cut the umbilical cord. Now, if you've missed that part, that it is what it is. But no, okay. So as a young dad, father, but that's it really, and that's the truth. What I mean is be hands-on as much as you can. I've changed nappies. Well, like I said, I was hands-on from birth. So I've done changing the nappies, feeding the kids. Well, not obviously not breastfeeding, but the express stuff, as well as food. Consequently, now I know she's going to have something to say about my falling asleep. Overnight when the baby's crying in the middle of the night and stuff like that. But where you can help it, I'll stay awake. Do be a part of the. No, but really, okay. Let me be serious. Be hands-on. Really, is what I'm trying to say. In everything, I don't think. I've done a lot. I don't think I've done enough. I think I could do perhaps better. And when I say that, I'm speaking specifically about school now. Attending the PTA meetings. I did try and do a lot of those as well.
But that's not always possible, is it?
No, it's not always possible. I'm just saying where it is possible, because the normal thing, I put that in inverted. The normal thing is to allow the mum to be the one that attends the PTAs and so on and so forth, or leave the mum to do things like that. Which is why I try to make a point of, when I could, to attend. Also,
but what do you think the importance of being hands-on is?
because the kids see you are a part of it. I remember attending one of those. I think it was reading things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to sit on the baby stool. You look like a right prat. But it's important to the kids. They're happy, and these things they will remember. It might not be at the forefront of their memory, but it's imprinted. Events like that. The cultural days. What do they call those things?
Well, we called it International Food Day.
International Food Day, food fairs, things like that.
Just made the activities.
The activities, join. I remember the sports days as well. I remember one particular occasion taking a right tumble at the end of the 100-meter sprint. Or was it 60? I forget now. But the sprint. And I was like, I'm going to do it for I can't remember which one it was for, the boy or girl. And right at the end, just as I was about to take it, the foot, the foot left, and it was a big tumble. And I was thinking, as I was flying in the air, I'm embarrassed already as I projected, and I was thinking, good Lord. But then, this is what you do for your kids: be active, take part, be in their lives, know what's going on, talk to them, just be a dad, um, be a father.
What does that mean?
um, be accessible. That's what I mean. They see you and they can reach you. They can talk to you. They can ask you any questions that are niggling, bothering. You know, my father was pretty much the same. I could talk to my father about anything. Um, I was not afraid of my father, um, because it was more respect, love, and respect. And that's what I tried to project, or rather teach my children as well, so that there's no fear. you know I remember back in the day where I'd visit friends' houses, and their father would be arriving and everybody would be all over the place, and I'd be like, what's going on? And they'd be like, oh, the dad's coming. Okay, don't we just wait and greet the man when he comes in? Apparently not. But so, I'd never want to be that sort of parent. It might have worked for those people, it's fine, but not for me. So yeah, that's what I try to do.
What tips would I give a new mom? I think one of the tips that I would give is create a support system. You have to have a very good support system. And it will take a little while to create the support system. You probably start off initially with maybe your family, your friends, and whatnot, but you need to have a support system. There's nothing like a support. I mean, okay, there's that thing that they say it takes a village to raise a child. But there's nothing like having somebody that you can call on when something, to just, pick up the kids, or can I just drop off the kids for a minute, or whatever, just having a support system. And I do think that sometimes it's better if it can be extended beyond your family, because sometimes depending on how often you have to do it, your family too can become tired that, please, you should come and take our child, what is it, type of thing. So I think a support system is really key. I think also ask for help. Ask for help, because being a new mom can be overwhelming, and I think society kind of expects us to just know what to do automatically, and so there's not a lot of people are not necessarily looking to help because they don't expect that you need the help. And if you don't ask for the help, you're not going to get the help. So I think, and one of the things I struggled with at the beginning with Wale in particular was I wouldn't ask for help, because I'm thinking, you can see that I'm feeding the child, that food needs to be cooked, you can see that, I don't know, the sitting room needs to be tidied, you can see, so why aren't you doing those things? But it's not that obvious to people. So I'm thinking it's clearly obvious that I'm struggling. The moment I ask Wale to do anything, pretty much he will do it. But I didn't want to ask him because I'm thinking, are you blind? Can't you see? But I learned to ask. But I learned to ask for help, because it wasn't about, it's just sometimes people just don't see things the way you see them. And maybe he thought I wanted to clean the sitting room myself. I don't know what he was thinking, but you know what I mean? But people don't always see things the way you see them. So I think asking for help, don't be afraid to ask for help. There's nothing wrong in asking for help. In fact, I think asking for help is a huge strength rather than a weakness, because I know a lot of people, particularly maybe in our culture, think that asking for help is a weakness. So if I was to give two things, I would say ask for help, and they're kind of connected, really, aren't they? Ask for help and create a support system, a solid support system. I'll tell you what, till today, from when I mean, obviously my support system was my friends and my family, and then when my first child went to school, different mothers in the PTA, his friends' mothers, and not in the PTA, in the school, his friends' mothers and whatnot. Then, and now, even though our children are not as close as they were, we still have that support system. I can, at any time, I can just call up one of them and say, do you know what, I need you to, or toil something, go and do, and they will do it, because as far as they're concerned, my kids are their kids as well, and vice versa. and that's just the support system. And I have that for each of my kids. So I didn't even use the same support system. Although my first kids, my support system with them, all of them know the other kids too. So they kind of have that relationship with them. But the ones after, so each child, I have different support systems for them depending on what I need. And it's invaluable. You cannot, it's invaluable. I mean, when I say support, I'm not saying go and abuse it. You have to be very, don't abuse it, and don't just because you have it take advantage of it. No. But if they're there and you give as much as if you are as willing to participate in it as they are, it's I mean, I can't, that would just be my tip. Just get a good solid support system. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. We'll see you next time.
Ciao.